Praise the Lord. God is good. God is great. Jesus is alive and well. Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, call a familiar face. Call all the folks you know, from your family and relatives to your friends, your classmates, your roommates, your significant others, your spouses, and everyone else. From friends, amigos, comrades, compadres, to your frenemies and enemies. Tell them that your boy is doing his YouTube CVS station identification. No, it is not. The Pharmacy, its channel vlog show, known as WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here is your host of the show, where there's ordinary and there's him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much for that lovely intro, Mr. Announcer. Wink. You all know who that is. No one ain't Wink Martindale. Don't get me started. Okay. Hey, everybody. Well, it's Eric Lima here. You're watching another episode of WEML-TV. Channel 77. It's episode 750 of the show. Today is November the 23rd, 2021. 2:17 p.m. How's it going, everybody, today? Really stoked about this. Hey, check it out. Check it out. There's not going to be any band rehearsal tonight, so I'm able to watch NXT from the entirety, the beginning to end. Then I'll be more than happy to give you the recap event center tonight. As you know, the road to War Games begins. War Games is a week from this Sunday, so NXT's got 2 weeks to prepare for War Games. It seems like one team's already been set. But Raquel's team is going to need another ally. So I'll explain that later on tonight when we get into NXT. But today, right now, is episode 750. After this, Tic Tac Tuesday, me in a 20-round battle against Sackboy the Dragon. That will be next. So right now, let's get right into it, folks. 2 days away from Thanksgiving. I'm excited, even though it's going to be a little bit subdued this year. But, get turkeys and trimmings and all that. Also, it'll be the kickoff to the Christmas season as well. So I'm totally excited about that. A lot of stuff, a lot of hustle and bustle going on, especially at work. But, but everybody's getting prepared. And, preparation is key for a successful holiday season. Even though this year, like I said, for me and my family, it's not going to be the same. But, however, we can't give up hope. And we're going to forge on for the holiday season, and we're going to have a good time. Either way, regardless, yes, I do miss the good old days of the holiday season, but you know what? Things change, people change. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. But if I had like a magic lamp or something like that, I would have. But God's no genie, and there's no such thing as a magic lamp. But whatever, what I'm saying, it's a lot of fun. All right, it's the Raw side of the fallout from Survivor Series. And everybody from Raw and SmackDown had to show up tonight because, unfortunately, Mr. McMahon is still not very happy about the missing Cleopatra's egg. We don't know who stole it. And so, Mr. McMahon had this great idea. He says, this thing better be found by the end of the night, or both of you two will be hearing those two famous words. That's right. You're fired. Let me try it again. Ready? You're fired. And Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville did not want to hear that, and I'm sure Naomi wants to hear that on Sonya Deville, but whatever. Anyways, and then Mr. McMahon comes up with a proposition where whoever exposes the person that has it will get a title shot against Big E tonight. So this is from last night. So, and whoever finds the egg and presents it to me will get that title shot. And everybody in the back, it's like Black Friday all of a sudden. Everybody's ransacking everything, throwing popcorn at each other, trying to find the stinking thing. The catering area, basically. Kevin Patrick interviewed Randy Orton. And Randy Orton, because Riddle's going one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. Riddle. Matt Riddle. This guy, I'm hoping that they keep Matt Riddle, WWE keeps Matt Riddle, because this guy is so hilarious, so entertaining. Like, again, he looks like Jeff Spicoli and Steve-O had a kid, you know what I'm saying? He shows up dressed as Randy Orton. Randy Orton's like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? He took it literally. He's like, not Randy Orton had in mind, right? He was dressed like Riddle. Riddle was dressed like Orton. It was pretty hilarious. Hey, Randy. Matt Riddle. I love Matt Riddle. He's a funny dude. So, anyways, Riddle did to. And Riddle took on Dolph Ziggler. It was a heck of a matchup. In the end, Matt Riddle actually hit the RKO and Ziggler pinned him in the middle of the ring. Orton was happy, and then Orton decided to do one of Riddle's moves, the Bro Derek. Fist bumps Matt Riddle, boom, hits the Bro Derek on Robert Roode. The Dirty Dogs got owned by the tag team champions. Yes, So, anyways. And so while that was going on, like a superstars ransack, Rhea Ripley wants to take on Big E. I'm like, hey, she wants to find the egg. That's fine, Anyways, it was hilarious. Yeah, it's getting too hot in here. I hate it. This heater does work very. This heater works too well when it's wicked hot in here. So, anyways. So Becky Lynch comes out for like a victory lap for big time Bex, and then Becky Lynch decided to trash the crowd for chanting all sorts of stupid chants like CM Punk. I heard CM Punk and all this good stuff and everything else during her matchup. And they disrespected Becky Lynch, and she talked a little bit about Liv Morgan and whatnot. So I don't know what big time Bex has planned, but you know what? It's going to be something else. It's going to be an interesting situation, to say the least. Then they had a rematch, I think, from a couple weeks ago. Bianca Belair and Tamina. Natalya was accompanied. Like I said, all SmackDown superstars were required to attend Raw tonight. So there's like a huge. So Belair did pick up the victory over Tamina. Natalya attacks Belair, but then afterwards, Belair wasn't done being attacked. Doudrop attacks Belair, and Doudrop leaves with Natalya and Tamina. Are those three formed an alliance? If that's the case, that's bad news for everybody in the women's division, including the women's tag team champions. More on that. Seth Rollins comes out for his match against Finn Balor, and Rollins addresses the crowd before the matchup. Balor shows up. Both men started fighting out to the point where there was no match at all, no contest. And meanwhile, while that's going on, I forgot to write this down because I didn't see, because it happened all so quickly, that a fan ran out and attacked, speared Rollins and attacked him. What the heck? Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York. That's where it was at. I was like, did anybody learn from that idiot that attacked Bret Hart at the Hall of Fame ceremony? Did anybody learn? I mean, dude, seriously. Don't try to jump out. I wouldn't even dare. I don't care if I went to let's say AEW comes to Boston, I'm invited to watch AEW. Okay, cool. And MJF runs his mouth about me. I'll be like making faces at him instead. Or making fun of MJF, acting like, Cornholio, MJF is Cornholio. I had a great Cornholio. Are you that me for my bunghole? My hair was sticking up in the back. That was funny. Now I would be making fun of MJF and then go, I'm MJF and you know it. Look at MJF. Look at me. I got a Burberry scarf. I look so fabulous and so pretty. I would just make fun of MJF and get him going. And hey, I'd be like, and then I'd ask people, hold me back. I want to fight him. Come on, put up your dukes. That little boy. Put up their dukes, little boy. I heard you little down there. Whatever. No, I wouldn't attack him. I wouldn't meet him. I would love to meet him. Like, always extend my head. Hey, how you doing? All that good stuff. Anyways, I'm old school. You don't jump out of the seat and get, what is it? One guy did that back in the 90s. He got the crap beaten around by Austin and Triple H. Oh, they having a match. It was hilarious. But anyways, moral story, kids, do not jump out of your seats. Enjoy the show. Sit down, cheer, boo. But please stay in your seat and don't be an idiot. Anyways, and superstars continue to race around, look for the egg. And then Sami Zayn, king of the loudmouths, decided to talk to Mr. McMahon. I know who took it, and I'm gonna, if you present him here, don't be playing with me. He was pissing off once. I mean, Sami Zayn was angry, was trying to tick off Mr. McMahon. Excuse my language. I apologize. Was ticked off. Annoying Mr. McMahon. I'm like, Sammy, this is not the time to talk about conspiracy crap. Anyways, so and then what a big. I'm gonna tell you about. And so Street Profits arrived for their match against AJ Styles and Omos, and they had a big, humongous bag. What's in that bag? I was like, could that be the egg is in there? Why would Street Profits, they probably respect The Rock, and they probably, and Mr. McMahon said they probably wouldn't take the egg. I thought it would be the egg. I'm like, why would they doing the egg, right? And that's what I'm probably thinking. So, but then in the back, Kevin Owens was was looking for an egg, looking for the egg. Sarah Schreiber interviews Kevin Owens says, I would love to get a title shot. But if I don't get the egg, I'm going to watch the matchup between whoever, and I'm keeping an eye on the WWE Championship matchup and the title picture. Okay, cool with that. And then they had the match Street Profits versus AJ Styles and Omos, and it got to the point where okay, how do we get these guys down? They had, unfortunately, they sacrificed the win. They sacrificed the victory by using the fire extinguisher to get AJ Styles and Omos with. They were disqualified. AJ Styles and Omos did pick up the victory, but they still used the fire extinguisher. Put them out. You put them out. That's how you use it. Got DQ'd. And Queen Zelina Vega and Carmella are challenging Super Brutality, Nikki ASH, and Rhea Ripley for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Sarah Schreiber interviewed Zelina and Carmella about what their plans are going into this matchup. So, and they said they'll beat them. And then coming soon, one of Jinder Mahal's former associates, Veer Mahan, who, he used to be the $1 Million Pitcher. He used to play for the Pirates and all. Now he wants to get into wrestling. Veer Mahan will be coming soon to Monday Night Raw. So I'm looking forward to see what the big man can do. Well, I've seen what the big man can do as part of Indus Share. We don't know what happened to Sarav. I don't know if they released him or not, but whatever. So, the women's tag team titles on the line. Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH Super Brutality defends the team against, I'm going to call this team Royal Beauty, because you got Queen Zelina and Carmella, the most beautiful women involved WWE. And the match was going great and everything else. And now we have new tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen. Queen Zelina and Carmella are your new tag team champions. They pinned Nikki ASH. They took advantage of Nikki ASH while knocking Rhea Ripley out of the ring. Nikki ASH ate the pin. New tag team champions, Queen Zelina and Carmella. That means they get to go on SmackDown as well. So this is going to be an interesting situation now with Royal Beauty, as I like to call them, or Beauty of Royalty as tag team. They'll come up with a name. I know they will. So, congratulations to Carmella. And this is Queen Zelina's first championship in the WWE. And Carmella, this is her first tag team championship. So, but it also wasn't her first championship. She did win the SmackDown championship. But now she's on Raw. So, congratulations to Queen Zelina and Carmella. Will be very interesting. Well, Pearson DeVille got some good news for Vince McMahon. They finally got the guy who got Cleopatra's egg. And Sami Zayn was there. He said, I told you. In walks in Austin Theory, of all people. Austin Theory, what are you doing? You got a promise. The guy had a promising career. Vince McMahon says, what are you doing? You're in trouble. And then Sami Zayn's yammering on him. Shut up, But then, it's because you know what? I like you. I like your style, kid. And the egg is back. So Austin Theory said, I want to take a picture and a selfie with it. God, that was a cool item. I'm sorry with all the guards and all that. Vince goes, you know what? I forgive you. I'll drop the charges. And not only that, I'll give you that title shot. What? I'm like, the guy stole your egg just to get a selfie with it. And now you give him a title shot? Vince McMahon's like, I don't know. Is Vince McMahon testing the superstars or something like that? Sometimes, Vince McMahon has some weird reasons. Was he testing the superstars of how to take initiative or something like that? I don't know. But Austin Theory, I'll tell you one thing. Vince McMahon, I'm like, and then he goes, can I have a selfie with him? He takes a selfie with Mr. McMahon holding Cleopatra's egg. And then Sami Zayn's like, Sami Zayn was like all of us. Vince McMahon says, shut up. No one likes a snitch. Poor Sami Zayn. I'm like, oh my gosh. Maybe I'm starting to agree with Sami Zayn on a couple of things. It cracks me. The whole story, even though not a lot of people like it, and I know, but the whole thing cracked me up. Egg jokes. Oh boy. I walked right into that one, kids. I don't know how that happened. Anyways, it's the holidays. Come on. I can be happy about that. Anyways, So the 24/7 title was on the line. Here's where a title change, a second title for the night. And then Reggie was defending against Cedric Alexander. Reggie tried to do his Cirque du Soleil skills, his parkour skills, but didn't work. Cedric Alexander, the Hurt Business, threw down the gauntlet. Bada boom, bada bing. Cedric Alexander's your new 24/7 champion. Everybody's about to surround him in the ring. He's froze still. And he turns around. Of all people, Dana Brooke jumped off the rope to the flying body press, hooks the legs up. 1, 2, 3. Dana Brooke is now your new 24/7 champion. Dana Brooke's first championship in the WWE. And Dana Brooke is now happy about it. I'm like, what? I'm like, uh-oh. You know what? That could be smart. Because her fiance, Ulysses Diaz, is an MMA fighter. So if anybody tries to hurt Dana Brooke, they're going to get the heck beaten out of him. So Diaz has not signed a contract with the WWE or anything, and he was not there. But still, I think Dana Brooke's got some insurance protection. I'm sure she might end up being the longest reigning 24/7 champion. We'll find out in the weeks to come, in the months to come. I'll tell you one thing right now. Dana Brooke is 24/7 champion. I like that. Congratulations, Dana Brooke. I think that's cool. Dana Brooke she's beautiful. I like Dana Brooke. She's awesome. So the Mysterios were talking to each other about what happened in their match with Lashley. He said, hey, don't beat yourself up for it. Listen, Dominic felt like he let his father down. Said, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna beat Lashley. And then they had the handicap match, and despite what the Mysterios have gone through, despite what the Mysterios, the artillery they brought, Bobby Lashley still ends up being the victor because he got Dominic once again in that hurt lock. So, I don't know what, I feel bad for the Mysterios, man. I really, really do. So you got that going. And then Sarah Schreiber interviewed Dana Brooke as new 24/7 champion. She said, well, she used as motivation that we can do it and all that. And she's done the Be a Star rallies at the Boys and Girls Club. Works great with the community. I think when you're around Titus O'Neil for a long time, it does influence you, inspires you. I think since the death of her boyfriend, Dallas, a long time ago, I think she's been more inspired to help people and help kids, too. And I think, that's what Dallas was. She did Dallas proud. She did everybody proud. I think Dana Brooke deserves a championship, and it's a 24/7 title, so be it. And then Kevin Patrick interviews Big E, who talks about his title match against Austin Theory. He said, I got Kevin Owens, I got Seth Rollins, but I got to deal with Austin Theory. His kid's got a bright future. He's got a lot of promise, but I'm aiming to keep my championship. So, and then Kevin Patrick, after the commercial break, interviewed Liv Morgan. And then, as Liv Morgan was talking about being able to move on, and face Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch interrupts her, berates her, and almost made her cry to the point where Liv Morgan punches Becky Lynch in the face. And then Becky Lynch did tweet, "That's the Liv Morgan I've been waiting for." And she didn't mention them by name. She referred to the Riot Squad, former Riot Squad members Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott. And I think that sent Liv Morgan over the edge. I expect Liv Morgan to really give Becky Lynch a hard time for that championship. Trust me on that. Then Damian Priest's U.S. Open title challenge. Commander Aziz and Apollo Crews came out supposedly to answer the challenge. But then they looked and told them, no. No? That's a United States title. I know Apollo Crews is a former U.S. champ. I'm very surprised he turned. I mean, I like to see Commander Aziz challenge Damian Priest. Damian Priest and Commander Aziz could have a decent matchup, decent fight. So, but Sami Zayn interrupts both Crews and Priest, and he said, "You know what? After what's been done to me by Vince McMahon, the conspiracy against me now is going all the way to the top. But when one door closes, another one opens, and." So Sami Zayn took up the challenge, and Damian Priest did defeat him to retain his United States Championship. And then Kevin Patrick interviewed Austin Theory. And Austin Theory says, "I'm an up and comer. I'm going to be fast rising stars. I'm going to try to be the WWE champion. I'm going to take myself into the championship if I win it." So Big E and Austin Theory, before the matchup, Seth Rollins, after the ordeal that happened to him, he's looking around and he's like, oh, nobody's going to attack you, Seth, keep going. So Seth, always wears these crazy fur coat outfits. I don't know. He's trying to be the next John Morrison or Johnny Nitro. I don't know what in the world's going on. Speaking of which, John Morrison's gone. We don't have to worry about him. When The Miz comes back, the whole thing is going to be a different playing field when The Miz actually comes back to the ring. Seth Rollins arrives, and then the match has started. And then during the matchup, Kevin Owens arrives. He's arguing with Seth Rollins. He's like, hey, calm down. I'm here to watch the match and everything else. And then it got to the point where after Big E retained his title, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens were arguing ringside, pushes and subs. Big E attacks Rollins from behind, pushing him into Kevin Owens. Owens pushes him back, hits Rollins with the big ending in the middle ring as Kevin Owens escapes. And then all of a sudden the trash talkers continue. I suggest at the next pay-per-view, would it be day one, that will be New Year's Day, Saturday, January 1st, 2022, triple threat for the WWE Championship. And it could be Kevin Owens' last chance for a championship before his contract is up. So his contract is up, well, or will he get the title shot next month? I don't know. So tonight is NXT 2.0. A lot of stuff. The North American title. Speaking of triple threats, the North American title on the line as Carmella Hayes defends against Johnny Gargano and Pete Dunne. That'll be a heck of a matchup for sure. And so what will become of war games? Will be another war games happening. If Legado del Fantasma, I don't know. They have a men's and a women's war games, and I thought the women's war games would be the women's war games would be. I know Toxic Attraction, Dakota Kai form one team. Raquel Gonzalez, Io Shirai, and Cora Jade. Will Zoe Stark be ready and available for that, or would someone else be in her place? Maybe Kaylee Ray. I'm not so sure. We'll find out tonight on NXT. All right. That's all the time we have on this show, episode 750 of WEML-TV, channel 77, the Raw Event Center, the Raw version of the Fallout from Survivor Series. I'll give you the Fallout from Survivor Series on SmackDown this coming Friday. It's going to be crazy because it's going to be Black Friday, and we got Thanksgiving Eve tomorrow with AEW Dynamite. All right, so this is going to be a very, very crazy day, to say the least. So it's going to be a crazy week. So obviously, Thanksgiving kicks off the holiday season. Boom, here we go. So, all right, on the next episode, 751, we're going to do some Tic Tac Tuesday against Sackboy the Dragon. I'm going to get all that set up. So I will see you guys later. Guys, have a wonderful day. Until the next episode, I give you all the peace, the love, and all the blessings. All right? From the Lord above and from me to you. All right? I'll see you. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.